with the live round that killed Helena Hutchins. What should happen? Let's bring in our guests. Joining me in New York, film director with Rosso Films International, who's currently working on a World War II movie called Subject A. Stefano Da Frè back with us. Also in New York tonight, film and TV safety expert. I'm going to get it right. Johannes Kemweno. Did I get it right?
That's right.
All right, fantastic.
100%.
All right, let's, Johannes, let me begin with you. Safety. I know you've got lots of guns. You're doing a war movie. So what is the proper protocol to be handing real guns to actors?
Vinny, it's really good to see you again. First of all, the armor, the armor, the armor. The responsibility of the armor, that's their sole responsibility, is to be involved with the firearms. I just had a second film that I was working on called Stolen Doe with a 9mm gun. It was not a prop gun, it was a real gun, and we had a car scene with blanks. The armor is responsible for making sure the supplies are correct. Also making sure the actor, before even the rehearsal, understands what they're using. There's also the protocol of making sure that that David Hall's calling a cold gun. I mean, if you listen to this testimony, I was watching the whole segment from before. They sound lackadaisical. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed sounds lackadaisical. Really, I mean, in her testimony, she says at the beginning she wasn't even sure the gun was loaded before lunch. I mean, this is not an armor that I would ever have on my set, minimum of 10 years with a 9mm gun that you would have. The protocol fundamentally falls if it's an accident on the actor. If Alec Baldwin were to be charged, the precedents going forward would be detrimental also for, other circumstances that have happened 20 years prior, famous cases like The Crow. So it brings up a lot of issues as his role as an actor or as his role as a producer. And again, for myself, I would say that the armor is number one.
Johannes, so looking at what should be done in Hollywood, every actor who's going to handle a gun needs to know firsthand that the gun is not loaded with a live round. To me, that doesn't sound very complicated. Why would you not do that?
Well, thank you for that, Benny. Number one, I'm going to disagree with you, Stefano. I think that there's a lot there in the testimony. But number one, where's the oversight? Where is the oversight? So we have to be dependent on people.
She's the oversight.
She's the oversight, but she was the one handing the firearm directly to Alec Baldwin.
She's the oversight. That's
so
her
where's the oversight
that's
to
her
make
role,
sure
hired
that
for that
she's
role.
there doing what her job calls for, right? You're talking about somebody inexperienced, somebody that has claimed that her father is the one that taught her how to be an armorer, right? But if her father would have taught her correctly, then we wouldn't be in the situation today with Helena Hutchinson dead. Number two, when we think of the overall structure in terms of procedures and protocol, I go back to oversight. Health and safety standards need to be met. This isn't just film productions. This is construction crews. This is workers' compensation claims that happen day in and day out, whether we're on a set or we're not. So number two, when we look at this situation with Alec Baldwin and we look at producers and directors and everybody involved, there is so much that we can glean on. And this example just serves purposely the importance of having oversight to make sure that the person is doing their job the way that they're claiming they're doing their job, so that when they say that they're going to put dummy rounds in, who's checking those dummy rounds? When they say they're putting live ammunition in, well, obviously we don't allow live ammunition on sets, but who is double checking that there's no live ammunition loaded in a firearm? So I think that what we're missing here in this case, which will serve the purpose as we move forward with regards to the continued testimony and going through the entire process, but who was the one that was making sure that they were doing their jobs?
All right, Johannes Kemweno and Stefano Da Frè, appreciate your time tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Benny.
Thank you.
All right, folks.